Have you ever been punched in the face? Like, for real, punched in the face. Somebody sends their bald fist hurling towards your nose like a missile, hoping not just to make contact, but to punch through your gray matter and to touch the air behind your head. My nature writing professor wanted us to write about all things nature, no matter how strange, while my mostly female classmates wrote about roses and willow branches and calls of mourning doves. I made up my mind to write about sweaty dudes beating each other up for entertainment. My friend Benito drops his hands to his waist, daring me to exploit an obvious defensive weakness. I fall for it, as he slips my jab and lands some insanely irresponsible haymaker, his right hand rocketing up from his waist and landing somewhere between my lungs and colon. Before I can reset, he's on me. Right, left, right, left, right. I try to block the next punch. I stare at my desk, reliving every single hit. Suddenly, the group conversation dies down, and my professor waits for me to comment on another student's piece. It's hard to put the words together, to ask her a question you hope isn't too intrusive, to help her feel empowered to create instead of scared. I'm scared to make her feel bad. I don't want anyone to get hurt. The bell rings. Benito walks over to reset the bell app on his phone and says to me, "Why do you fight like I'm going to kill you?" I slump against the cold stone wall. I feel like a beached whale, bloated and bruised, out of my element. When you fight like that, you guarantee I'm going to win. Stop being a fucking loser and relax. I push up from the wall and assume my usual stance. Tight, protected, scared. I'm scared, fundamentally so. My poem is about fighting and masculinity and blood and pain. My classmates are what seem like gentle souls. I don't think any of these English majors will appreciate my sadistic descriptions of combat. I stare down at the desk, figuring no one's gonna engage me. "Where's the blood?" a girl in a beret asks. Yes, it is true. There are some English majors who wear berets. That was her style. She rocked it. She had some interesting insights into Wuthering Heights. I look up from the desk. Oh, I just didn't think it was all that necessary. The girl tilts her head. I'm a little worried the beret might slide off, but it's solid. "It's a fight. You sound like he breaks your nose. Ergo, shouldn't you bleed?" Yes, some English majors say ergo. It goes with the beret. I don't know how to respond. She keeps hammering at me. "I felt like you were afraid to give us the gory details, like you were being safe." The bell rings again, and Benito drops his guard like last time. But this time, I don't step forward or throw. I just mirror him. He sees this and rushes me, sending his fist into my nose again. I have to suppress the urge to leap back or to block. Instead, I just throw. My fist jettisons from my arm and crashes against his well-chiseled abdominals. Shifting my weight around, I push him against the wall with my left hand. Wham! He hits me in the stomach. I swallow my urge to vomit and throw my right again, and it sandwiches his chest between my hand and the concrete of the wall. Where's the blood as he tries to push me back with a wall of punches? My nose begins to spray blood across his gloves. "You sound like a pressure washer." The beret girl laughs. "The wording could use some finesse. Where's the blood?" He steps forward and slams my chin through my teeth, ringing my gray matter like a church bell. I stand there in stunned paralysis. "Good," she tells me. Let the moment breathe. Let the physicality linger. And then just as we get comfortable, I pull my right hand back and crash it across his temple, watching his skull ricochet on his spinal column like a maraca. I take a step back. Keep going, they say. I push myself forward, taking advantage of every second before the bell rings again. Thanks.